Cheat on me? Okay, have fun with mono for next couple of months. First time posting plus mobile, sorry for all formatting issues. So background story. I was with this girl for over 2 years and I was infatuated by her. Utterly infatuated. It was not love, it was infatuation. Everything she did would make me happy, even small things like the way she laughed or the way she walked, talked, looked, everything. Since the day I met her I knew she was the one. Boy was I wrong. So about 2 years into relationship we kinda got distant, mostly because of my anxiety and frequent panic attacks which I tried to control, but with the amounted stress from new work I just couldn't always be in control. Those of you who have paranoid anxiety will understand, so she got distant. I knew that she didn't want to spend as much time with me as she used to because I was a mess. Meanwhile she got a job and things were looking up. She was somehow happier and she lead to talk about her new colleagues, and I was genuinely happy she worked at a place where she didn't have to under constant stress like I had. Long story short, boss was an asshole. I really wanted to be there for her, but due to panic attacks I couldn't, so I tried not to get in the way of her happiness and tried to deal with my problems by myself. After I figured out I can't do it, I tried to ask her out for a dinner or something to celebrate her work and tried to talk to her about my problems. This may seem as me being needy, but at the time I wanted something positive in my life since I was in a shithole. At the dinner we talked and then she dropped a bombshell on me. She said she has slept with a guy from her new work. I was devastated. Mind you, we were in a 2-year-long relationship and I was working the job I hate to save enough money to pop the question and all that acid. So I just sat there in disbelief and looked at her. She was whirling her hair. It made me hurt even more and I broke up with her then and there. But she couldn't let it go. Constant calls, messages and acid which made my anxiety skyrocket. After couple of months she sends me a photo with her new boyfriend guy from work with a message, your services are no longer required. It killed me inside, so I blocked her number. 5 months later I get a call from unknown number. It is her. She was all apologetic and acid and I was in mood to avenge my broken heart. Since I am quite petty person I called my friend for a drink. My friend at the time just went trough mononucleosis and I knew she was still contagious. So as a joke I told my friend we should celebrate her getting well by drinking orange juice from wine glasses. It sounded harmless, so my friend accepted. When we were done celebrating I carefully washed orange juice from the bottom but didn't touch the top of the glass and placed it in a box. Next day I called my ex and suggested we should have romantic dinner together. And I went whole 9 yards. Co-opted my meal, lighted the candles and pour some wine in advance. One in the normal glass and one in special glass. I even cut some oranges and placed them on top of the glass so that she doesn't ask why it tastes bit orangey. So we had a nice evening and some makeup SX, and I was not afraid of mono since I had it when I was 9 or something like that. For the next month I was in a relationship with her again and all my friends asked me why was I doing this to myself, if only you know. She was coughing and snorting and all that acid and I knew I hit the jackpot. So she got to the hospital and it was mono. I was there for her for 3 months. Taking care of her like I was the best boyfriend ever, and when she got better she was told by her doctor she will have to wait for 6 months or so before she could normally interact with other people. And then I decided to strike. You see, you were in tough time and I was there for you and did not cheat on you or anything. Why are you going back there? It was over a year ago. Because I got you mono. Got up, left, blocked her number and never spoke to her again. I was afraid she will try to charge me with attempted murder or something, anxiety but she never even tried to contact me. So that is the story of my petty revenge with nuclear results. Hope you bared trough it. Redditor's reaction story 2 after. Redditor 1, legit thought it said Momo. Redditor 2, I don't understand the comedy of drinking orange juice from a wine glass to celebrate something. Or why she was taunting you months after the breakup. Op answer. First one is because it is random and after mononucleosis you can't drink alcohol for few more months, so we were pretending we are drinking cocktails, haha. Second one, I don't know, you will have to ask her, haha. Story 2, entitled Jerk Get His Car Crushed. This story happened about 15 years ago. Cast, Op me female, 5'11. Bob friend store manager. Chief my boss. Entitled Jerk. Who lost his car. Okay, background. I worked as a firefighter as an investigator for an independent department for information. An investigator was the rank of LT. And was based out of a large station, 2 engines, 1 newer 110 tower ladder truck, relative later 1 chief car, and 1 utility truck. Every day the food duties changed from firefighter to firefighter. My chief's turn to cook when this happened. My friend Bob worked as a GM of a small grocery store. There was a long empty space in front of the store marked with the following sign: emergency vehicles only. Enter entitled Jerk. He had a nice looking BMW car and always parked in the above spot every week. Bob told entitled Jerk that he couldn't park there. I can park wherever I effing want. I make more in a day that you make in a week. My friend calls me complaining about entitled Jerk. I agree to go and watch the spot. I get into our utility truck, which had the department decals on the door and a single red light on the dash. I park in the emergency vehicles only spot. As I am walking and I hear "You can't park there, it's my special spot." I turn and look at entitled Jerk. "Excuse me," I ask. "I am on official duties and can park there." I pointed to the decal on the door. Entitled Jerk looks and says, "You can't be a firefighter, you're a girl. Move your truck and leave, C word." Now I'm proud of my job. In a department of 2,000 I was one of 5 women on the department. I graduated top in my class. I have a shocked looking expression on my face. I get really pissed off. I walk into my friend's office to get more information about his problem with entitled Jerk, as Bob explains the continuous parking violations, and I see a small notice on the fire suppression system sprinklers that said the inspection was coming up. I smile as I get an idea. Cue the revenge. I get some information, leave Bob's office and get into the truck heading back to the station. I arrive and head into my chief's office. I tell him of entitled Jerk and what he said and does. Chief is a 6 feet 6 inches 320 Samoan. He sees everyone as family. Chief's face gets bright red. I explained my idea and he gets very happy. He rushes out and calls a station meeting. I lay out my idea. We send out the station to do a fire drill inspection by sending the old truck and 1 engine to the store. My friend will call the station the next time entitled Jerk parks in the fire lane. Skip to 2 weeks later. Bob called the station stating that entitled Jerk had just parked. As I am thanking him, I hear his fire alarm go off. I rush and change into my investigator uniform with turnout gear, tell Chief, and send the trucks out. I ride in the Quint. We arrive and I see entitled Jerk's car right in the emergency vehicle spot. I radio to have 1 engine to pull right in front of entitled Jerk's car, and the truck to park right beside the driver's side door. I get out and the engineer starts setting up the ladder, which means 4 very large and heavy support struts go down and 1 crushes the front of his hood. The alarm goes off. The lineman breaks his windows as he runs the large 5-inch draft line from the pump to the standpipes, the fire access to the sprinkler system. Through his front seats, I go in to find Bob hurriedly getting people out as the alarm is going off. Entitled Jerk runs out of the store, sees his car and goes ballistic. I radio the PD dispatch and request a few officers to the store as I had a male was impeding a fire operation. The dispatcher says that they will send a few officers. 3 officers show up and I ask them to follow me. They do when I call out, "Hey, leave my firefighters alone." Entitled Jerk turns and sees me. He rushes up screaming that I'll pay for damaging his precious baby. His car. I stop him and tell him that if he didn't leave that he would be arrested. He gets in my face, "You did this, I'll have your job for this." He then turns pushing me back. The officers and I rush and tackle entitled Jerk to the ground. After they cuff him, I calmly inform EB that he was under arrest for assault and interference with a fire investigation and that his car would be towed for parking in a fire lane. I later found out that it was crushed. Entitled Jerk got 12 months probation for pushing me and interfering with a fire operation. He also got a fine of $500 for parking, the cost of the tow, and he lost his nice BMW. Moral of this story: don't park where you shouldn't or bad things will happen. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, this should be in our pro-revenge. Redditor 2, the schadenfreude is strong in this one. Bravo, up. Good job. Redditor 3, this is why I love walking down the main road near me that has clear ways from 4:30 p.m. The look of people seeing their BMWs, Porsches, etc. Getting driven off as they walk out brings me great joy, haha. I wish I could have witnessed this though.